Good afternoon, Show Me Nourish Land. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Daily Bite. Let's kick this off. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Daily Bite. Go ahead, come on in. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Bite podcast live stream. It is still snowing. Yes, it is. Come on in and join us this afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. Good afternoon. It is a very cold and snowy afternoon. We are still with snow. It has not changed. Should stop this afternoon around 5 o'clock. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. But it's still coming down. Not hard, but it's still coming down. It's currently 16 degrees. Imagine that. I got all the way up there. Yep. So the gas stations are closed up the street, obviously. So people are not making it to work, right? My husband's supposed to return back to work today after 5 weeks of being off because GM does a shutdown. I don't know if he's going to make it tonight, but he thinks he's going. We're a little over 8 inches of snow here in the Lou. So welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining the Daily Bite. Thank you for coming back with us today. You know what to do. Move your body for the first 2 minutes as we come on in. Good afternoon. I actually have a little bit of a sore throat this morning, which is interesting, or this afternoon. So I woke up around, I guess it was around 2:30 this morning and had a sore throat. I think it's just from the dry air. Really, I haven't been outside. So dry air, dry air. My house has got dry air because it has natural gas, which I don't care for. Good afternoon, Mr. James. How are you? It's not quite noon in your area, but good afternoon from the Lou. We're sitting with about 8 inches of snow here in the Lou. Nobody's going anywhere. All right. What they say? Okay. Thank you. My husband's getting updates, so I highly doubt he's going to work tonight. Highly, highly doubt it. So, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Bite podcast. We've got an interesting topic for today. We're going to continue actually with the same conversation from yesterday. Here's the deal, guys. You're snowed in, you're isolated, you're stressed, eating. What's really happening here? Good afternoon, Ty. Welcome. Welcome back to the Daily Bite. Appreciate you being here. All right, guys. So, welcome back. Let's talk for some honesty here. Oh, there goes the city crews laying down something, which won't work. It's too cold. Like I said, we got 8 inches here, guys. In the Lou, everybody's out trying to get their snow off of their driveways, but it's a little icy. All right, so let's talk some honesty here for a little bit because after the past 24, 48 hours, being snowed in, we're no longer into the cozy, right? We're into when am I going to get out of my home, which is where I'm at today. I'm into when am I going to get out of my house? Because I don't like being stuck indoors. I do not like having to be in my home for long periods of time. We were not meant to be an isolated of people, right? We were meant to be connecting, socializing. I'm watching my neighbor over here, guys. He's got this interesting snowblower, which I saw my other neighbor had one as well. My husband, no, he's got the shovel. But this guy's got a really interesting snowblower. I need to take my glasses off because it's blurry. Can't see with these glasses long distance. I'm just for reading. Yeah, it's cold out there. He's really trying to bundle up. Maybe I should turn this over to you all watching them blow the snow. It's interesting how some people do things. Very, very. All right, so welcome back to the Daily Bite. Again, we've been indoors for the past 24 hours. I'm tired of being in my home. I'm ready to get out, but I'm also not ready to go play with my car in the snow either. So I have a Jeep. Perfect for playing in the snow, right? But I'm not all about that anymore. I'm too old for that. Not really. I do play sometimes. Anyway, isolation, right? And isolation changes how we think. When we're isolated, it changes the brain pattern. It changes the emotional patterns, and it changes the overall way we sit and think about things because we've been by ourselves for too long, right? Most people don't realize that it's even happening either. You don't really sit and ponder the fact that, thinking quite differently than I typically would on a regular day. It happens, right? You go to the store and you look at the fact that you were out in the store just a few days ago, you were connecting with people a few days ago. Now here we are stuck in our home, isolated, and those brain patterns, they're changing. It happens, all right? All right, so let's think about what happened before the storm hit, right? We went to the store, we saw how they were cleaning up the shelves, we saw how, people were hoarding food, etc. Good afternoon, Sophia. Thank you for joining us and being back with us today. And I want to ask everyone, so if you're in this storm, if you're in the storm like I am, you're sitting with 8 inches of snow or more like I am, not going anywhere. You're going to be in your house for a couple of more days. It's going to be a couple more days because the temps here are not going to get warm whatsoever. We're sitting at 16 degrees. So I'm going to be in my home for a couple more days, at least. So what is it that you bought? What did you buy in your items of being able to get through this storm? What was it that you purchased? Did anybody purchase any fruits and vegetables? Fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. Did you purchase those? Did you purchase any kind of soups that you would make? Not in a can, but that you would make. Did anyone purchase any fresh meals? What did you purchase? If you're in this storm like I am, okay, which I know I've got a lot of viewers on here that are in the storm, did you buy the fruits and vegetables? Did you buy the fresh meals to make? Did you buy the soups to make? Not in cans, not in packages, but did you buy those things? Or did you purchase the chips, the cookies, the soda, the cakes, the candies, the microwave meals, the frozen pizzas, all the easy stuff? Is that what you purchased? I want to know. Get in these comments, guys. Make sure you're engaging with your host today. Guys, if you're going to be here, make sure you're engaging with your host today. Good afternoon, Miss Sue. Actually, I think it's good evening for you. It is like 7 o'clock your time, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's cold. It's cold. Yes, everyone, it is cold. We are in 8 inches of snow currently, and it is still snowing. And Miss Sue, I'm so sorry. We're sending it your way. It is coming your way. I'm so sorry. I know you're going to Dubai. Bless your heart. Can I get on that plane with you? Anyway, all right, let's get back to our topic for today. Being snowed in, being isolated, stress eating. What's happening here, guys? Let's talk about it. So again, we're talking about what you grabbed at the grocery store before you were going to be put in your homes for the next couple of days because you knew the snow was coming. You knew you weren't going to be able to get out. I know New York and up in those New England states areas, they're really, really getting hit hard. And they're going to be in their homes for quite a while, all along that East Coast line. Good afternoon, Avid Hunter. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us here. So what did you purchase? Did you purchase the produce? Did you purchase the soups to make? These are things to make. And the fresh meals to make, or did you grab the chips, the soda, the candy, the energy drinks, the frozen pizzas, The microwavable meals, the easy go-to items. Is that what you grabbed because you knew you didn't want to deal or cope with making food? What is it that you grab? Put it in the comments. Let us know. Let's talk about the mindset that is wrapped around this weekend, okay? You thought it's only a couple of days, I'll be fine, right? Grab those cakes, grab those cookies, grab those frozen pizzas, grab those microwavable meals. What harm could it possibly do? Here's what I am going to say. These are natural things that you grab on a regular basis. You went to the store and you grabbed atypically what you would grab on a regular basis. Okay, so it's not just the weekend, couple of days, being stuck in the home. Let's be real. Let's be honest. But here's the problem with this kind of thinking on a regular basis. Every choice you made at the store was based on survival, right? And comfort. So this is a regular thought process. This is a regular mindset process for you. You're not looking at nourishing the body. You're not looking at how you can eat this to detox or eat this to help your gut feel better and heal it, or eat this because, I want my colon to feel better and I want it to have, a better opportunity than possibly getting colon cancer. You're not grabbing those foods with that mindset. You're grabbing the foods for comfort. You're in that mindset. And that's where you're going when you are asking to purchase foods and put it in your home. I need quick, I need simple, I need easy. Betty Lou over here has got soccer. Homer Ray over here has got baseball. We've got basketball with, Junior over here. I need quick, simple, because I don't want to cook. I want to have convenience. That's our mindset. And that is why we have so many disease processes going on today, because we're not in the store grabbing a sweet potato because we know it won't spike our blood sugar, grabbing brown, black, purple rice because we know it won't spike our blood sugar. We're not in the stores thinking that way, or grabbing turmeric and ginger, basil, thyme, because we know that they'll give us great antioxidant therapy, or that they'll, help us reduce inflammation. We're not in the store grabbing avocados going, yes, I need every day, one each day, so that I can have those omega-3 fatty acids. We're not doing that. And that's not how we're shopping in the store. We're shopping in the store going, you know what, this is convenient, and I'm going to grab it. It's wrapped in plastic. It's put in a container. All I got to do is throw it in the microwave or in the oven. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm good to go. Convenience and comfort. That's what we're grabbing. You're not the only one doing this, okay? Good afternoon, Miss Sherry. Good to see you. Thanks for coming back and being with us today. All right. But here's the situation. Now you're home. You're stuck inside. And the only food you have available to you is those convenient foods, because that's what you grabbed. So what do? You eat what's there. You eat what is there. And in your mind, you're thinking, it's just a couple of days. It's just a couple of days. It's a couple of days. And you've been doing it all along. You've been doing the same thing every time you go to the grocery store, grabbing the same foods. This is no different. These 2 days were about you being in comfort and being in survival. It's easy. It's quick. You won't get bored with it because, hey, it satisfies me, right? You just want to feel better in 5 minutes. You're going to be stuck inside for a while with your family like I am. Driving you crazy. All right, guys. Who am I talking to today? Who am I resonating with today? Who is feeling the impact of this conversation today? Here's where we need to be honest with ourselves, guys. Those foods don't just not help, but they actively stress the body. Okay? Stressing the mind, stressing the emotions, inflamming the body, spiking the blood sugar. There's seed oils in that food causing inflammation. Ultra-processed foods drain your energy, and they fog the brain. They fog the brain. So if you're feeling foggy in the brain, you need to be looking at your foods because you're not nourishing it. You're drying it out. All right. So now, here's what's happened over these past 24 hours, right? Sorry, guys. My neighbor over here that's blowing the snow, he's actually hilarious. You're more tired. You're more irritable. You're more snacky. And you're less motivated. That's what happens. This is what happens because we turn around and we don't realize what those foods are doing. We're, like I said, we don't walk into the grocery store, okay, going, I'm inflamed, I need more energy, I'm always tired, and I need to, keep my digestion and my colon open and going and find those foods. We don't do that. No. We go in and we're like, you know what? I need the Kellogg's cereal. Excuse me. That entails the Fruit Loops, the Lucky Charms. Good afternoon, McKells. Thanks for being back with us. I need the Pop-Tarts for breakfast for the kids. I need microwavable Totino's pizzas. I need the pizza rolls. These are the things that you picked up in the grocery store, and you do this on a regular basis because your mindset is, I need fast, I need simple, get it on the table, get the kids fed, and move along. Get myself fed, move along. All right, so now, like I said, you're more tired, you're more irritable, you're less motivated, and you've got the snackies coming out the wazoo. All right? If I'm talking to anyone today, put that in the comments. Yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. All right, we get in this loop, this constant loop. All right, it's not a character flaw, by the way. We just get in this loop. It's a mindset. It's just a loop. It's a mindset. And then people sit here and they think, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? You're just, right now you're sitting in isolation. Now, we can talk about how you're thinking and what you're doing after this isolation process of how, we've been in our homes for the past couple of days because of the snow. We can talk further. Believe me, we're going to. I'm here every day at the Daily Bite, 10 a.m. Central, and on Sundays, 1 p.m. I didn't make it to church, but I did do church. So here we are. All right, you're understimulated and you're disconnected. We were not built to sit inside and be an isolated being. We were meant to connect and socialize with people, not stare at screens all day, not be in front of the computers all day, not be gaming all day. That's not what we're here for. My kids' dad is really, he's that age, right? He's 27. He likes to game. He has literally spent the weekend gaming, yeah. And I've had to pull him out and be like, look, come on. You can't sit down there all day. You can't sit and, game. Kids will be back, tonight, hopefully, depending on the, how the roads are. If not, they'll stay with her one more day. But the bottom line is that being a full-time dad, I get it's rough. It's rough, of course. And you want to just disassociate yourself, because you've been with your kids all week, and they're going to their moms for the weekend. Totally get it. But sitting in a room and gaming, in your living room all day, it's not healthy. It's very unhealthy, disconnected. Good afternoon, James. Good afternoon, Mindy. Thanks for joining us and being here. James, please make sure you're connecting with your host today. We'd love to have you. All right. We were built for movement. We were built for sunlight. We were built for conversation. We were built for connection. Okay? So when we take those out of the equation, the brain looks for a dopamine hit. It needs a hit. And that is where food comes in, because food is the fastest hit that the body can take for that brain to actually give it what it wants, which is why you think that way. So I want to go over what I went over yesterday, only I want to do it in a little more detail today. I teach my clients how to use the HALT method. So I will go over it here again, and then dive into it a little more, okay? So before we actually sit down to eat, okay, or before let's just say this, before we go to the kitchen, because we've been there 100 times already, we keep opening up the doors, and then we turn around and we close them because we're like, no, we're not hungry. But then we go back, oh, maybe I'll grab this or maybe I'll grab that. So we've been grazing over the past 24 hours that we've been snowed in, right? Here's the thing. Use the HALT method. Okay, so H, am I hungry? A, am I angry? L, am I lonely or bored? T, am I tired? Because most of the time during storms like this, it's not hunger. It's not loneliness or being bored, because we have phones to connect. We've got Xboxes to play games with. We've got the connection for the most part going. It's not boredom. Okay. It's fatigue. It's frustration. We've got these things going on. And food actually solves the problem, right? Makes it all better, makes us happier. But that's not the way we should be doing it, okay? So the HALT method. H, am I hungry? A, am I angry? L, am I lonely or bored? And T, am I tired? Ask yourself those questions when you head in the direction of going to the kitchen or the cupboards to get another item of food. Grazing throughout the day is not a good thing. It actually messes with the mind. All right, so here's what I want you guys to do. I'm going to give you some things that you can shift into and do a little differently. Because if you're like myself, you're going to be in this house of mine for the next 2 more days because you're not getting out because it's so packed and iced. They can't actually put anything on it that's going to melt it. We're just going to have to wait. It's going to be a wait out session. All right, so every hour, get up and move. Walk your house, stretch, clean something, right? Do laundry. Moving resets the brain. Moving resets the brain. Okay? Call someone. Get on FaceTime. Get on Zoom. Text somebody. Get yourself some human contact. Okay? Connection resets your emotions. Cook a meal. Just cook one of your meals. Don't throw your meal in the microwave like you have been. Surely there's something in your home that you can actually whip up. Cook a meal. Get yourself moving in that direction. Even if it's just a simple process of a soup, rice and veggies, something warm for your body. Cook a meal. Real food stabilizes the body. So the small things you do, these little shifts that you make, okay, breaks the cycle. It breaks the cycle. So this isn't about willpower. It's not about discipline. We're talking structure, support, and connection. Those are the 3 things that you really need to be focusing on, staying focused on. While you're inside, locked up, like I am. I mean, I can go outside, but it sure is freezing cold out there. All right. This is why I show up for you guys every single day, because I want to make sure that you stay educated, that you have a source to come to speak out, to have what you need. I also offer the Daily Plate, which we meet every Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Right? We meet at 11 a.m. Central Time every Friday with the Daily Plate. The Daily Plate gives you an opportunity to make those connections, have that support. You have that ability to lock that in for $27 a month for the next 12 months until January 31st. Once January rolls around, or the 31st rolls around, it will no longer be available. It will go back to its regular pricing. That was just a January price to help anyone who needed to get started, right? It gives you a whole year at $27 a month, so you can actually come in, get your recipes, get your nutrition plans, have a 1-hour coach to be here for you. You don't have to utilize the whole hour, but it is available to you.
You have a VIP group you can get into that you can actually have support. You will be partnered up. When you come into the Daily Plate, you'll be partnered up with someone to have that accountability. So if you're ready to step out of isolation, step out of that stress world, do something with your health that is better for you, get to the root cause, come into the Daily Plate. It's every Friday at 11 a.m. All right. We're not meant to figure this all out on our own, right? Especially during this snowstorm. We really don't want to be alone. We need to have that connection. Like I said, you can always catch these on a replay at YouTube. It's Show Me Nourish. Make sure you go there and catch these on a replay. It's about having someone to walk beside you through this process. And that's why I'm here. This is why I show up for you every single day. Talking about the trending topics, what's out here right now with the health concerns, how to actually navigate those health concerns and do better. Make a shift today. Every day I give you the problem that you're encountering, and then I give you a shift that you can use to solve the problem and move in any direction. That's why we're here. So if you're feeling stuck physically, mentally, emotionally, come and be a part of the Daily Plate. Get into that group and let the group help you through this process, right? Let me help you get in there. All right, guys. It is kind of a quiet day here. This isn't atypically our response here on the Daily Bite, but I do understand it is a little interesting out here in this world right now with the snowstorm being as bad as it is. I know there are quite a few people without power. It's been interesting to listen in on the news. So far, things are good here. We are with 8 inches of snow. Power is still on. And like I said, I made potato soup and chili. Actually, I'm getting ready to go cook some more potato soup because the potato soup is gone. I made that Friday night and it is gone. They loved my potato soup and ate it all by yesterday. So all we have left is chili. And the potato soup was for me. The chili was for them because it has meat in it and I don't eat meat. Anyway, with that being said, that was your Daily Bite for today. That's healing, one bite at a time. We'll see you back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. Please be safe. Please stay warm. And think about those foods that you chose to put in your home during the snowstorm and how you're going to change that. All right, guys. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.